Good morning and welcome everyone. This is One Dharma Center. My name is Ginger. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate spiritual Thanksgiving. So what is spiritual Thanksgiving? Spiritual Thanksgiving is the day in which we remember our loved ones who greatly impact our lives. This is the day in which we meditate on all the graces we are given in our lives. Simply put, we are here to remember that life is grace. Gratitude opens our hearts. We can tap into the fountain of our spirit through the practice of gratitude. Today, with our open hearts, we will empower our minds and bodies and share the light of joy and gratitude with one another. Expressing gratitude connects our lives with others. Through silent meditation, prayer, and chants, let us meditate on what we are grateful for in our lives. Let us honor those who have enriched our lives in special ways. We have asked you to bring photos of your loved ones. Whether you brought them with you or not, you are all invited to be part of the service. So when there is a time for that, you can come up to the altar and join the ceremony. Now let us practice meditation. So meditation is the conscious practice of mindfulness and focus. First, straighten your back, your neck, and your head. Align your ears with your shoulders. If you need, welcome to wiggle your body side to side and back and forth. Find the most comfortable sitting posture for your practice. Relax your entire body. Loosen all your muscles and breathe slowly and gently. When meditating in silence, let go of all your thoughts and center your focus on your breathing. With your breathing, let the chi energy flows throughout your body and let your mind be centered and calm. We'll stay in meditation for 20 minutes.
영천영지 영보장생 만세멸도 상동로 각도 무궁화 보보일체 대성경.
Now you'll join us in special chant named Reverential Call, in which we pay respect and honor to all the Buddhas, to our teachers and parents, and to all those who nurtured our lives. First, Reverend Jay will read them in Korean, and I will read them in English. At the end of each line, you will make a standing bow together with me. Now, all rise, please.
봉충 이론대도 대각하사 이론대업 창건하신 원각성존 대종사 소태산 열애위.
We pay homage to Tathagata Sotaesan, Great Master of Supreme Enlightenment, for discovering inner freedom and the dissemination of Buddha Dharma.
이론대도 계승하사 이론대업 운전하신 전불심종 법륜상전 총사위.
We honor sages and saints of all faiths. You proclaim the eminent value of spiritual cultivation and universal salvation.
이론대도 봉찬하고 이론대업 호위하신 광행불사 화피대중 대봉도의 대호법이.
We pay homage to all enlightened masters and bodhisattvas who led the highest exemplary lives of loving kindness and compassion.
이론대도 봉찬하고 이론대업 천무하신 공언불사무화봉공 천무출신 각등이.
We honor dedicated ministers who have cultivated Buddha Dharma in all of us and have championed perseverance, commitment, and selfless service.
이론대도 신봉하고 이론대업 협찬하신 협찬불사호법봉공 거진출진 각등이. 이론대도 발언하고 이해상에 동참하신 보통출가교도의 보통체가교도의.
We honor dedicated laity who have supported and protected Buddha Dharma.
특례교도 생육하고 통참교도 근원이신 준관모 역대조상 일반 부모 선조유.
We respect parents and ancestors who have given birth to, educated, and nurtured the enlightening seed within us.
이 대제의 인연으로 예상에 휴양하실 동기영계 육도사생 일체생령이 저희 모두 일심으로 삼가 봉청하옵나니 이 도량의 조감하사 이 미성에 응하소서.
We embrace all sentient beings, honoring the potential seed of enlightenment. We encourage you to understand Buddha Dharma and enter the path of awakening. Now please be seated. With our minds and hearts together, let us continue offering our gratitude prayer. Please join your palms together.
Dharmakaya Buddha for fourth grace. We are grateful that the One Dharma Center and our own self-governing headquarters of One Buddhism USA have been steadily growing since our start. We are taking small steps to support individual temple communities throughout the Americas. This year, we have completed several projects in the Dharma Hall and around our retreat campus. Acoustic panels have been installed in our Dharma Hall, which greatly improved the sound quality. And 5 campsites have been newly established on our retreat campus. Members of our local community, as well as retreat participants, have been enjoying organically grown vegetable, especially garlic and cabbage. We are grateful for these projects that have allowed our growth. Since the pandemic, the number of retreat participants have been gradually growing, and about 500 people attended the retreats this year. We have been able to offer more extended programs such as a week-long winter and summer retreat to satisfy people's interest. We are grateful to our local community people for their ongoing practice and dedication. In gratitude, we honor all those who have been supporting our community throughout its journey. We send our hearts of gratitude and blessings to those who have consistently sustained our center's Dharma work. We offer gratitude to those Kyomunims who have been serving at our One Dharma Center in the past and at present. Past Kyomunims are Venerable Sangwon Pak Chotawonim, Oun Lee Dongtawonim, and Hyochol Kim Yeontawonim. Present Kyomunims are Venerable Juksanim, the Head Dharma Master of One Buddhism USA, Myungtawonim, Reverend Yu, Park, Yeri, Jae Wang, Jiun, Inshik, Joe, J.M., Kwak, Joy, Dave, and Ginger. May all those who enter the doors of our retreat campus be protected and blessed with peace and joy. We pray that every practitioner and visitor to the One Dharma Center will be connected with their original true nature. May we inspire each other to cultivate equanimity, wisdom, and mindful action. Through practice, may we bring forth our maximum spiritual potential and be free. In this society, many souls are troubled with suffering and turmoil. May we expand our loving kindness and compassion and embrace all souls. May the One Dharma Center and all the One Buddhist temples in the United States continue to develop as wellsprings from which 1,000 Buddhas and 10,000 sages emerge. We are grateful to our teachers, Sotaesan, Jeongsan, Taesan, and all those who have nurtured us. May we return our ultimate gratitude by mastering the threefold practice and the fourfold grace. This we pray wholeheartedly and dedicate 4 sitting bows.
Sutra chanting meditation follows. Page 7. This morning we'll chant Ilwonsang vow both in Korean and in English. Page 7.
유상으로 보면 상주불 열로여 여자연하여 무량세계를 전개하였고 무상으로 보면 우주의 성주계공과 만누르 생로병사와 사생의 심신작용을 다 육도로 변화를 시키 혹은 진급으로 혹은 강급으로 혹은 현생어에 혹은 해생어느 이와 같이 무량세계를 전개하였나 우리 어리석은 중생은 이법신불 이론상을 채받아 심신을 원만하게 수호하는 공부를 또는 사리를 원만하게 하는 공부를 또는 심신을 원만하게 사용하는 공부를 지성으로 하여 진급이 되고 은혜는 입을지언정 강급이 해독은 입지 아니하기로 이론의 이력을 얻도록까지 서원하고 이론의 체성에 합하도록까지 서원하고 이론상vow
Page 4.
Iron is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of enlightened master, unenlightened people, sentient being, 이론 manifest as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, 일원 unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is viewed as impermanence, 일원 unfolds into infinite through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth. We transform through the six realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace arising from harm from grace. Therefore, we unawakened beings vow to practice wholehearted modeling ourselves after 일원상 the Dharma Kaya Buddha by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of 일원 and become one with the nature of 일원.
Now, you can look at me actually. You don't have to pay attention to them. So wiggle your fingers. Let's do some stretching. Wiggle your wrists. Collapse your fingers, push your palms out, push your palms up. And stretch your body side to side. Yes, it's good time to do some yawning. And arms down. So now I'd like to invite you to take a moment to really reflect on this. What am I most grateful for at this time of life? What are you most grateful for? So let us think about that. On behalf of our congregation, 4 Dharma friends will share their gratitude. So please welcome Sai.
I am Sai Abeyatunga. Nice to meet you. You know, I had a really hard time trying to figure out what I wanted to say today. And it made me wonder if I was truly grateful. I often forget that I am so blessed to have so many people who love me. I am blessed by this wonderful community, and I am blessed to have this beautiful practice. I also get to have a mother who shows me how to care about everyone and everything. Although sometimes I think she cares a little too much. So, what I'm honestly grateful for is simply the reminder to be grateful in each and every moment. Thank you to all the ministers for all that you do. And thank you all.
Thank you, Sai. That was really concise and impactful. The reminder is what he is most grateful for. And he's the youngest, I guess, member in this congregation. Thank you. Now we'll have Felicia.
Hello, my name's Felicia. I actually also had a hard time figuring out what I wanted to say today about what I'm grateful for. But I was thinking about it, and I think what I'm most grateful for is having this community. I found it by the grace of my Aunt Rita when I was 19, and it's really shaped and impacted my life as a young adult. And I think I'm really grateful for that, for this community and the teachers and the wisdom and the comfort and the guidance I get every time I come here. I'm just really happy to be a part of this and to be asked to do things like this, even though I want to say no initially because I don't like speaking in front of people. But I'm just really grateful to be here. So thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Stephen.
Hello. It's very presumptuous of me to be up here because I know I don't know anything. But even that, I'll continue. I want to give a hearty thanks to all the ancestors gathered with us here today, along with all the Buddhas of the past, future, and present who are meeting here and laughing. And thanks to the present circumstances that manifest as this right now. I guess that pretty much covers it. And I'm also, but more specifically, I'm filled to the brim with gratefulness for Won Dharma Center presence right by New York Route 23, creating a safe place for Buddhist discussion. I give my most humble thanks to the other discussion participants for putting up with my gobbledygook, and to the floating lotus herself, the Reverend Ginger Lee, for her most earnest and insightful direction. The group has pointed to the stillness and silence of gratitude. Now, one could say the manifestation of gratitude as a human experience is gratefulness or thankfulness. One might also say that seeing you are a sense-based mind projected in the middle of a sense-based world is purely conceptual, representational, or mind only. In other words, any and all sense-based experience lacks any enduring identity. It's just appearance. Self and other are of one taste. Seeing that is gratitude. Imagine it this way. We are like a tree in a forest, trying to know the forest, but only as a tree. We hope that if external conditions change, such as in autumn when the leaves fall, maybe then we could see the entire forest. Or if internal conditions change, such as more energy and more sap of gratefulness in the spring, then surely the one view of the forest is near. However, we forget something. Even though it is of the forest, a tree is not made to see the forest. As a tree, it will never see the forest. Just so with us. As a person, realization will always be a lifetime away. As pure gratitude, there is nothing that is not grateful. Thus I have heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, we have Reverend Ji-eun Lee.
Good morning. I guess this is time for sharing, not for giving a Dharma talk, right? So I'd like to share my memory of one of the teachers who guided me on this Dharma path. His name is Venerable Chang San. I met him first in the retreat that I attended when I was a freshman in college. After I decided to become a minister when I was a senior, I started working in the headquarters in Korea as a novice. A novice in Won Buddhism is a very demanding position. It was a very hard time physically and mentally. I always felt like I was not good enough. In the headquarters, there was a residence of retired ministers where Venerable Chang San stayed. So if I had time, I would visit him, usually in a very dark and depressed mood. The door was always open. He would give me some cookies or fruits. And while eating those snacks, I talked to him how I was doing and how difficult time I was having, etc. He always said that I should not underestimate myself because I am the Buddha. And I am the creator of my own life. He said, how dare you think you are hopeless when you have a Buddha in you? You are judging the Buddha in you. How impertinent and foolish you are. I did not quite understand what that meant at the time. But strangely enough, when I left his room, I always felt like the world had been changed totally from darkness to brightness. I felt light and filled with positive emotions. I am sharing this today because recently I realized that the young novice who feels small is still within me, still somewhere here. Most of the time, she hides herself, but I know she's there. I recently realized that. If Venerable Chang San were here, he would say, how dare. Do I understand what that means now? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure how closely I got there. But I feel, at least I feel, their enormous love and compassion. When a child grows up receiving love from her parent, then she grows up to share that love with others. So I hope we can share the love that we received from our beloved ones, from our parents, and our ancestors, and our family members, and our teachers, with people around us. Thank you.
What was that for? If you want to, applaud, let's do this, really loud and meaningful. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts about gratitude. So gratitude and love, I think they are the same coin, has different, two sides of, one coin. So thank you for that. When people ask me, what do you do in Won Buddhism? What are the main teachings of Won Buddhism? I usually answer, they are mind practice and gratitude practice. So gratitude is the theme of today, and gratitude is something that we can discover through our wholesome intention and dedicated practice. So before we move on to the next program, I'd like you to read this phrase. Do you see this? Can you read it? Okay, let's read it. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. Let's do some hand gesture. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. Very good. You know, when we exercise or practice this, chant this becomes great tool for that. So we are going to actually chant this together a few times, just to see what happens after this chanting. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. All is grace, all is grace. I am grateful, all is grace. Now, dear friends, it is time to express your gratitude and honor the deceased, your loved ones. So this ceremony is an important part of this spiritual Thanksgiving service. Starting from One Dharma Center Kyomunims, you are going to join them to this ceremony. So Venerable Chuksanim, Myungtawanim, and all the Kyomunims, please come forward. And let's see what they're doing up there. One person will be a representative to burn one incense. And you can share that incense. Now, dear friends, your turn to join this ceremony. It's about 3 to 4 people come at first, and one person, yes, Kathy, come up front. Sai, you can join your mom. One person will burn one incense and take a brief moment, and we'll make 2 bows. So just let's say one person do this incense. Palms together. Either standing and full bows. Please be part of this ceremony. Let's say first and second line, second row will come up here. First and second row. Steve, you can make a incense burning. Palms together. And people who are in the third and fourth, and fifth. Palms together. And whoever wants to join this ceremony, please come up forward. 양진님 향 하나 피우시겠어요? Thank you for being part of this ceremony. Now let us continue celebrating. Actually, today is a celebration. So let us continue celebrating today's gathering with live music. Did you know that we prepare some live music? So we are fortunate to have two professional musicians who will play Korean traditional instrument. The long one is called 아쟁, and small instrument is called 해금. And these two musicians' name are Soo-yeon Yeo and Yoona Kim. Please welcome with our big applause.
everyone. Is it okay? Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Suyan Yeo, and Yuna and we are so happy to be here today with all of you. Uh, Let me introduce our instruments briefly first. So this is Haegeum, and can you see how many strings it has? Yes, it has 2 strings, and strings are made of, can you guess? Twisted silk. So when we play, we can squeeze our strings, so we can do very wide vibrato. And the instrument Yuna is playing is called ajeng, and it has 8 strings. So these Haegeum and ajeng are only bowed instruments among Korean traditional instruments. So my instrument Haegeum has very piercing and high register sound, and ajeng has low and more resonant sound. So the two goes very well together, blends very well. So then today we are going to play 2 different songs. The first one is based on Yeongsan Hwaesang. So Yeongsan Hwaesang is the instrumental version of Korean traditional music, and Yeongsan Hwaesang's melody is derived from Yeongsan Hwaesang Bulbosal, which is Buddhist chant. So we are going to roughly improvise based on Yeongsan Hwaesang melody first, and then Rev Davin will join us for he's gonna read our trio for the second half of our songs. So we're gonna play the Arirang, which is representative of folk song of Korea, and we picked the Miryang Arirang because it has more upbeat and very energetic vibe. Please enjoy.
welcome. Wow, thank you so very much. With the drum sound added, it was very powerful. It becomes very powerful music. So I hope to have them, invite them again next year when we have like music festival or music something, either in the spring or in the fall. You are all invited to that. So thank you for coming today and helping creating this beautiful Thanksgiving community service. We thank those who brought food to share today. So after this service, we are going to have community lunch, and we have enough for everyone. Trust me, you can go to second round. So please stay and enjoy your lunch. And with all your presence, we would like to remember today's gathering by taking a group photo. So let's have photo time together right after. Lastly, I need to break a piece of news about two of our 교무님's parting. They are Reverend Kwak and Reverend Cho. Probably many of you are not familiar with those names. This is because their work was usually done the behind scene. And yet, their job was fundamental to running this center and the headquarters of One Buddhism USA. Firstly, I'd like to introduce Reverend Kwak, our sous chef 교무님. Reverend Kwak came to our center last year. Since then, he's greatly helped in the kitchen, feeding us nutritious, yummy dishes. Please welcome Reverend Kwak.
Hello, everyone. I've been very happy to see you. I appreciate you, everyone, for sure. But I special thanks to Helen. She's a very good English teacher for me. As you know, One Buddhism, I hope you will upgrade your lifestyle and maybe happy. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, there are many tough jobs out in the world, and kitchen job is certainly one of them. This may be part of the reason there is a saying that enlightened masters sometimes disguise themselves in the temple's kitchen and quietly help awakening to a sentient being's mind. So we never know who are they and where they are. And, you know, if you had meals at our center for the past 2 years, you probably had Reverend Kwak's dishes. So for that and many other things, we are so grateful for his hard work during his stay. Thank you. Now, Reverend Cho. So we have Reverend Jo here. So who is Reverend Jo? Reverend Jo was the returning 교무님 who rejoined our center earlier this year after working for 3 years previously. Although this time, his primary job was in the administration work in the headquarters of USA, he greatly helped complete several major projects this year, installing this acoustic panel in this hall and building 5 campus sites on our retreat campus are a few things he did. So please welcome Reverend Jo.
Good morning. It's my honor to have a chance to say goodbye to you all in this Thanksgiving service and leaving the country soon. I would like to say everyone that thank you, and it's been always happy to be a part of this Sangha, and thank you all for what you have done for us. as Reverend Ginger said, that I and Reverend Kwok worked behind the scene. He worked in the kitchen and I worked in the office. But we always worked as a team. Each minister in one Dharma center takes a different role. So I and Reverend Kwok are very proud of ourselves that we have done our job that was given to us. And I think living as a minister's life is like playing a role playing. For example, that's why Reverend Juksanim here, he applied an United States visa, religious visa, after even later his 80s, 70s, and came to the States and learned the second language. And I do my role, and Reverend Ginger and Reverend Jean do their jobs in here. So things change, and nothing is permanent. So I will move on to do my next role in South Korea. I will do my best for that one, of course. And though I'm living, I think we are all connected in Dharma and in Sangha. So please take care of yourselves, and we will meet again. And thank you, and goodbye.
So we wish and pray that they continue their Gyomunim life beautifully. Thank you, Sai. It was a little too soon. Reverend Kwok, please come forward. So as a small token of our gratitude, we prepared flowers to present them. Yes, find Reverend Kwok over there. Thank you so much for your hard work. So they are leaving in the first week of December, so you have time to share your farewell with them in person if you like. So this concludes our spiritual Thanksgiving service. And may this service strengthen our mind and hearts. And let us join our palms together. Close our eyes and think of all the graces that we are received. And you can say quietly, thank you. Now, open your eyes, palms to your side. Let us take a photo. So please help removing all the mats to all the way back and come forward.